The Obama re-election campaign response has been that they've been addressing that issue in political ads. But is it going to work with voters? Joining us now is Frank Luntz. Frank, good to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Governor, it's a pleasure, and hello to everyone in your audience. I want to introduce the Romney ad first because I want to set the context.
Okay.
And viewers at home, the higher that you see the red line, the more persuasive the ad is among weak Republicans. The higher the green line rises, the more persuasive among Democrats. If it goes to it's good. If it gets to a 70, it's great. Let's take a look at this Mitt Romney ad first.
Too many Americans are struggling to find work in today's economy. Too many of those who are working are living paycheck to paycheck, trying to make falling incomes meet rising prices for food and gas. More Americans are living in poverty than when President Obama took office, and 15 million more are on food stamps. President Obama and I both care about poor and middle-class families. The difference is, my policies will make things better for them. We shouldn't measure compassion by how many people are on welfare. We should measure compassion by how many people are able to get off welfare and get a good-paying job.
All right, Frank analyzed the ad. How did it resonate with those voters?
Well, the key is at the very beginning of the ad, he brought both Republicans and Democrats along, talking about the importance of jobs and how the last 4 years have been tough. And you'll notice that the weak Republican line it actually goes beyond the screen. That's how positive it is. The key among Democrats is in a simple word: jobs. Which candidate does has a better policy on jobs? And every time that Mitt Romney talked about it in the debate or in this ad, you saw that Democratic line rose. For Mitt Romney, the next 30 days has to be why the Barack Obama 4-year legacy is one of failure on creating jobs, and why Governor Romney's approach is more positive. That's what he needs to do to be successful on Election Day.
And the Obama people to come back with a response. Let's take a look at it, and then tell us what you found from it.
Too many Americans are struggling to find work in today's economy.
I like being able to fire people.
Too many of those who are working are living paycheck to paycheck.
I'll tell you what, 10,000 bucks?
President Obama and I both care about poor and middle-class families.
I'm not concerned about the very poor.
The difference is, my policies will make things better for them.
And so my job is not to worry about those people. I'll never convince them. They should take personal responsibility and care for their lives.
I'm Mitt Romney, and I approve this message.
Okay, Frank, tell us what that tells us.
It tells us that negative ad actually does work. Number one, they're using Mitt Romney's actual words against him. Number two, they show the contrast. So you see Romney's assertion, and then you see a response. And number three, it's measured. There's no announcer. There's no angering music behind the voices. It's a very effective ad. And that 47%, that number is the reason why Romney's numbers fell 3 or 4 points before this first debate. And we've tested over 1,500 ads in this election cycle. That would be one of the most effective negative ads so far.
All right, we're very limited on time, but I want to cut to the Virginia Senate race because they're a very intense race. Could have an impact on the presidential race. Tim Kaine, George Allen. Let's look at a Tim Kaine ad. I want you to analyze it for us.
I don't agree with any president all the time, but I know that when our nation succeeds, Virginia succeeds. As governor, I worked with the Bush administration to build rail to Dulles, and with the Obama administration to stop an aircraft carrier from moving out of Virginia. I'm Tim Kaine, and I approve this message because Washington needs more partners and fewer partisans. As your senator, I'll partner with whoever's president of the United States to do what's right for Virginia.
You know, Frank, I love the line, more partners, fewer partisans. That was a good one. How did that rate?
It's one of the most effective Senate ads of the campaign so far, and the reason why is that he's appealing to the center. Now, I recognize those in your audience and the viewers at home. They want to see more red meat. The fact is, you win or lose this election, whether you can capture those people in the center, and that ad does just that.
All right, let's take a look at his opponent's ad, George Allen. Really not an issue ad, a very emotional, very powerful one. Here it is.
The Humvee that Jason was riding in had driven over a roadside bomb, and Jason and 2 other young Marines were killed in the explosion. Following Jason's death, we received an outpouring of love and support. One of the letters that we received was from George Allen. What made it different was a handwritten note, parent to parent. I was able to attend the speech George Allen was giving. I was so moved that I took Jason's dog tags off my neck and I handed them to him, and he still has those dog tags to this day.
I'm George Allen, and I approve this message.
Okay, Frank, that gets to me. I don't even live in Virginia. Tell us how the voters viewed it.
Well, they viewed it so emotionally that we had 2 women in our session who watched that, and it brought them to tears, and it makes me moved right now because I remembered how they reacted to it, mother to mother. This campaign is going to be determined by that emotional type of communication, and that ad is perfection, Governor. It's really perfection.
Well, it was, very, very fascinating to get the perspective. Interesting, positive ads seem to be working very effectively in that Virginia Senate race. Maybe it could be a lesson to a lot of folks. Frank, thank you. It's great to have you here. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, guys.